Hello, hello, Aldwyn Altuney here. Welcome to Media Queen TV. I'm so excited tonight. We have three of the core team for the amazing book Undefeated that is being officially launched tonight in about 1 hour's time. So this is the prelude to the official launch. We have three of the core team. One is from Melbourne in Australia. I'm from the Gold Coast, Australia, and we have two of our core team here from India. So exciting to bring you guys in. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Asootosh Kkant, we have Sargun Bedi, and we have Anna von Zinna from Melbourne. Welcome, welcome, core team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aldwyn. Thank you. Thanks a lot for inviting us. And it's always a pleasure to be on your show.
It's great to have you here. 4 books in 8 months. That is really extraordinary. And of course, you're all involved with Speakers Tribe. And, you know, the book is an amazing collaboration. I'm so grateful and honoured to have a chapter in the book, along with 19 other authors from Australia, from Singapore, from India. It's an amazing collaboration and celebrating women. So I'd love to know how this, Speakers Tribe Publishing now has started because of this, how this all came about. So Asootosh, would you like to start off and explain how you came to do books?
Yeah, Alvin, we started with when lockdown happened, we started looking at what are the ways to connect with the tribe, because otherwise, we were meeting on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, like what the tribe schedule goes in. But then during the lockdown, it was very important to have the tribe in together. So when the lockdown started on the 28th of March, it started on the 25th of March in India. I took that initiative and started Speakers Tribe India. And from a Delhi tribe to a Mumbai tribe to a Bengaluru tribe, we got everyone together to form an India tribe. And then when we were going along, we thought, as an authority, as a public speaker, you need to be an authority. And authority comes from being an author. So why not look at collaborating with each other? Because we're all there. And we started having our global friends also from across Australia and Singapore joining us. I said, so it was an idea floated, seeded by Deepika. And then I said, let's go global. And then from there, we started understanding that how we can bring in those stories together, which can inspire. Sam always talks about a mentor, always talks about how you can inspire, how can you make a difference to the world. And that's what Speakers Tribe stands for. And there we collaborated with each other, got these stories together. And then we had the first book called Revive and Thrive, where we had 40 authors across India, Singapore, and Australia collaborating and bringing that book. That book was launched in the month of July. And then from there, the other tribe members started pushing us in that even they want to be the author, because they looked at the success, how the perception of the people started changing, when they were putting on the social media and everything. And then, the best thing was people were able to bring out their own stories of life, which not only transformed the people around inspired, but also transformed the inner self of those authors also. I'm one of them. The story we were, actually holding back. And when we were putting on the paper, when the world was reading it, there the transformation happened. And then we decided to bring in the book 3 called Make a Difference. This is the book 3, Make a Difference. And we launched this in the month of October end. And when this book was being launched, Nisha from Singapore tribe conceived this idea, Asootosh, why don't we collaborate and bring the book on the Women's Day and celebrate the Women's Day on the 8th of March. And there with this book got conceived called Undefeated. And, everything, these books were possible because of the strong core team we have. We have Anna from Australia. She does all the editing along with Deepika. Then we have Sargun, who looks at all the social media, the promotions and everything. And she puts in her, the best. Everyone is putting, Dr. Anita is there. Dr. Anita forms a part of the core team, and Nisha for this book, Undefeated, because she conceived the idea, she forms the part of the complete core team of Undefeated. So we've been collaborating together to bring in the best of best, the inspiring stories. and the authors have been, putting the stories from their own life. It is a personal story. And let me tell you, each story is a blockbuster. Once you read these stories, you'll know what these, everyone, what journey they have been through. So I think this is all for me right now.
Yeah, fantastic. And we got a little sneak peek at the Speakers Tribe Global Conference recently, where we announced the book there, and Sam Cawthorn and Kate Cawthorn were there. And of course, Sam Cawthorn is the founder of Speakers Institute, in case you didn't know who Asootosh was referring to there when he said Sam. So Sam Cawthorn is also behind instigating Speakers Tribe Global as well. He is part of the original team for Speakers Tribe, which has kind of taken a whole life of its own now. And, it's by the tribe, for the tribe, run all over the world and growing all the time, which is so exciting. And Kate read her chapter at the conference, and it was such a heart-wrenching story and a beautiful story about, how she didn't feel that she had really achieved much, and, hanging out with her girlfriends and, who were lawyers and who'd done all these things. And she thought, well, I'm just a housewife. She kept finding that word just kept creeping in to her sentence. And then she realized, well, actually, she'd done this, 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 and this, and she'd actually achieved a hell of a lot and hadn't acknowledged herself for that or realized that. And then what was also beautiful at the conference, which was actually sad, but also beautiful in the honoring of this, was that Sam mentioned that his mum had cancer and that the book was being dedicated to his mother, which was really moving. And I thought, my goodness, gee, it's such an honor to be part of this book and to have it dedicated to his mother, who was given 3 months to live, apparently. Do you know much about the situation with Sam's mum at all? Does anyone know much about that?
No, we haven't heard anything further than that. I know that Sam was very touched by when we discussed the dedication with him. Both he and Kate were moved to tears.
And I guess the thing is, just because the doctors say that someone's got 3 months to live, we know again and again and again that people have defied the odds from what the doctors have said. So, hopefully she has more than 3 months. However, we just never know with any of us. And, obviously, if it wasn't for Sam's beautiful mother, Sam wouldn't be here and Sam wouldn't be making the impact that he has on the world. And that's the thing, is that we all have a role to play and we all impact the world in some way, whether we realize it or not. And, it's only our judgments that make us feel like, the imposter syndrome sometimes, or, like, who am I to share something, or who am I to step up, or who am I to share my story? And that's what's really beautiful about this Undefeated book, is sharing stories from ordinary to extraordinary. And, to get that you're extraordinary, you have to realize that at some point, you're ordinary, right? So you have to embrace your ordinariness to also see your extraordinariness. So really such a great honor to be part of this book, and so exciting that it is being officially launched tonight. And people can join us if you're watching this live. Hello, Kamiti, nice to see you. Kamiti says good morning. So wherever Kamiti is, he's saying good morning. And I'm not sure where that is right now, but right now it's 6 p.m. here on the Gold Coast. So it's morning somewhere in the world. So good morning or good night, wherever you are in the world. And we'll pop the link here for you in the comments if you want to join us at the live event in about 55 minutes time or so from now, or for 45 minutes time, roughly, then you'll be able to join us there. Now, Sargun, what has your experience been like on the core team?
Well, I think it has been a wonderful experience to be with such people who are experts in their own zone. From Anna, Deepika, editing all pieces of work so brilliantly and beautifully. Asootosh being the leader, delegating the work, looking if things are going fine, what are the new things we can incorporate. Dr. Anita's support. And mine too, for some, to some extent, has been really good. And considering Nisha, it was her vision to come up with a book that empowers women, that talk about women, and, to bring women in a light where they're not seen as weak, or, their struggles and their vulnerabilities are embraced and accepted. And before that happens in the world, I think it's important that we do to ourselves. We must and live in, enrich, and feel good about ourselves. That's very important. And in doing so, we shouldn't really forget that, we have to be with our stories. Our stories have shaped us, our stories have made us. If we are not supporting our own story, how can we expect the world to be there? How can we expect the world to understand anything? Right? And people, for most of the times in their lives, they're just hiding behind the pain, or probably with the smiles there, the pain is, behind them. But what the real thing is to know that your pain is your purpose, your pain is your power, your pain is something that can take you higher. It acts as a catapult, which you keep pulling, and it helps you take a leap. And I think that's what this book has brought in for everyone. We've taken a leap ahead from this book. We have been able to voice ourselves out, all the beautiful, amazing 20 authors in this book. We've done an amazing job. I'm sure people picking up this book would know that if they've had problems in life, if they've had challenges in life, that's just to let them know that they are undefeated. Yeah?
Beautiful. Yes, beautifully said, Saragun. I love the passion in your voice. It's so great to hear. And, of course, it is International Women's Day on the 8th of March. And, in fact, all through March, people celebrate women. And, of course, it wouldn't be for women if it wasn't for men as well, right? We need the men in our lives, and we love the men in our lives. And it is really about celebrating women and men. And we do have some men also in the book, right? Is that right, Asootosh?
Yeah, finally, we have got the women allowed the tribe to have 3 men contributing as well. So a lot of
Fantastic.
gratitude to the women for allowing us to share our stories.
Fantastic. And we've got Juvi's just hopped on.
Let me tell you, because it's been
Hello, Juvi. Powerful team in action. Thank you, Juvi. Yes, Asootosh, back to you.
So Juvi is another powerful, inspiring, very different, and she's been one of the catalysts of very powerful catalyst to get the India tribe going along with me. So if she wasn't there, the India tribe would have not been and reached the same level it is today. And in fact, she won the best tribe member, the global awards last week. So
congratulations.
Juvi's been a person of strength for the entire tribe. We are so blessed to have her.
Yes, and you won Best Leader, let us add here, Asootosh. You won the Best Biggest Tribe Leader globally. So India is just rocking it.
Oh, yeah, India is rocking. Yes, we're so happy that the world is taking a notice of us, the entire tribe. And it is the love and the respect of the entire global tribe, which has actually helped us to shape up what we are. And in this journey, we're also transforming ourselves. We got the best tribe member, the best tribe volunteer, the best tribe keynote, and of course the leader also. And this award is not for those 4 people, only. This award belongs to each and every member of the tribe, of India tribe first, because without them, it was never possible. This tribe was never possible. And the kind of love, the kind of bonding, the kind of dedication, selfless helping with each other, the tribe brings in, that's something which is, which keeps everyone going. And that always helps, supports and gives the right kind of, impetus to, go ahead and do well.
Yes, yes. Now, it's a beautiful thing, this undefeated, there's times when, someone says that you might fail something, or you might feel like you failed something. That does not mean that you're a failure. If you failed something, does not mean you're a failure. And a lot of times people collapse the two, right? So it's like, if you've been, defeated once, doesn't mean that you're a complete failure either, right? So there's a lot in that, and at the end of every breakdown, there's always a breakthrough. So this book is really celebrating those times that people have come through those breakdowns and recognize the breakthrough and the opportunity and the learnings that come from all of the challenges that happen in life, because, things happen for us, not to us, right? If you choose to see it that way. things happen for us, not to us. And so everything, I believe, even unexpected challenges that can come our way, they're all there to teach us things and for us to become stronger and wiser through that with the short time that we have on the planet, right?
And the best part, Alvin, about this book is that the entire proceeds of the sale goes to a charity. That's Daughters of Tomorrow from Singapore. So the entire proceed of sales, so everything goes to the charity. So
fantastic. And what does that charity do? What does the charity? So Doctors of Singapore?
Yeah, so at Daughters of Tomorrow, their mission is to facilitate livelihood opportunities for women from low-income backgrounds, aged 20 to 60, surviving on $200 to $500 per capita per month. The work at DOT addresses the following United Nations Sustainable Development Goals: no poverty, decent work and economic growth, and reduced inequality. I think that's a fabulous the work what they're doing, and we are so honored to be associated with them and helping whatever contribution we can give through the sales. The reason is we want to promote this book globally is one, first, each story is a powerhouse, it's a blockbuster. People can take away so many things, in this time when people are looking for inspiration, hope, every story will provide that. And also the sales will get to a charity where we are actually helping the women. So, if I really look at it's a complete 360 degree of a book which gives you empowerment, which gives you everything. Plus, it also helps you to donate.
Yeah, it's the love of the community. The community of Speakers Tribe got together and produced this love-oriented book, which is, kind of reflecting the courage, the strength the women should have in their lives, right? And also, it's important that from one community, it's taking to another community. So, providing and donating and not having any, reason to stop or stay behind. Rather, just empower everybody, to encourage everybody to know that they can do what they want to, right? So their life demands can be such that they can take a toll on us. It's just about how you are dealing with your inner demons. And every story here tells how people have been a warrior, how they have really struggled, juggled, and reached where they are. And it's possible. So the word that goes along with undefeated doesn't mean that a failure, if there's a failure and then you feel defeated. The word that goes along with undefeated is knowing that you can just keep rising unless you know that your problems, your troubles, your challenges are the things that can take you higher. Right? So it gives a lot of insight and also acts as a self-help for people to know that there are people in the world, there are voices in the world which can actually impact, people around. So yes, encouraging everyone to have their bit of this copy, read it, and come up, voice out.
Yes, wonderful. Yes, Anna.
One of the important things to note is that all of these stories, 17 of which have been written by women and 3 of which have been written by men, are about women. So the men's stories are about women.
Uh-huh.
None of the stories go from being ordinary to extraordinary in one leap. There is a series of experiences that go like that. They are normal people. They live normal lives, but something has happened and something has happened to them that leads them to overcome whatever difficulties or adverse things are put before them so that they can become extraordinary. And that's the important thing to note. The other thing to note is about producing these books, and not just this book, but the ones that have gone before it, is that it gives people an opportunity to become an author. And that is something that is extraordinary, because for a lot of people, that is something that they would never, ever dream would be within their grasp. Now, as an author and an editor, I have been blessed to be able to read all of the stories. I've come on board as the chief editor for this book. Being a native English speaker, I make sure that the stories are written well in English, because we have to remember that for some of these authors, English is not their first language. And even though they try to write a really good story, they think in their native language, which is normal, and it just needs a little bit of massaging to make it really good English. And that's what we do. We help them write stories that will make the authors glow, which will make them look so wonderful in the eyes of the readers that more opportunities will come for them. And that is what we're aiming by producing these books.
I must say, Anna has embellished the book. She's embellished the stories. So it's sparkling now. So we have a great time doing that.
So, in fact, I can vouch in for Anna and Deepika, the kind of work they have put in with each story. Again, when we look at each story was an extraordinary, but they have shaped it up, they've polished it like a bright diamond. It's like it was an unpolished diamond. They have made it invaluable. The kind of work they have put in, the entire core team. I would give this credit to the entire core team, everyone. Anna, Deepika, Sargun, Dr. Anita, Nisha, they've really put in there a lot of hard work, innumerable Zoom calls, innumerable hours discussing, deciding, book cover, everything, each story, and then and then ensuring that the books, everything is on time. We had made a schedule, and we adhere to that schedule. When is going to be the launch, when is going to the book reaching for the launch in Australia was a big challenge for us. Get them printed on time and get it with Sam for the launch event was a big task. And I think we've been able to do everything streamlined, because at the back end there was a lot of work which was going on with the entire core team. So heartiest gratitude to each and every member of the core team. And yes, all are inspiring authors. Without you, this book was never possible.
Extraordinary. What a great win-win scenario. And you're all volunteering your time, is that right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All volunteers.
Oh, yes.
And you all have busy business lives too, right? Can we just go around and just share what you do in your business life? Just maybe start with Anna.
Well, I am a writer and an editor.
Yeah, which you shared. So you have your own business doing that?
I do indeed.
Fantastic. Okay, what's your business name, Anna?
AnnaVonZinner.com.
Brilliant. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you, Anna. And Sargun, what do you do normally?
Well, I'm a counseling psychologist, a behavioral trainer, a power leap coach, now an author, right? And I own my own business. It's known as Lucid Mind, www.lucidmind.in. People can book in sessions, and I provide them one-to-one counseling, even online now, and helping them come out of their concerns. Yeah.
Wonderful. And Asootosh, what do you do normally?
So for the last 20 years, I've been running my ID company successfully. And then now training myself to be a good professional speaker. And now I'm a published author. So I've already done 4 books now, all are bestsellers. And this is the 5th one. I'm sure it's going to be a bestseller soon. And I think I'm following my passion, and the kind of, like Anna said, reading these stories, being part of the core team right from the beginning, conceptualizing everything. I think the journey has been quite transformative for us. And what gives us the real happiness is that when people come back and they say, you've changed their life, you bought the story and you transformed. That story was pulling us down. And when we have put in that story in words, it's out to the world. It's like breaking those chains which are holding us back. And then with the book, I'll tell you, with this Undefeated book, Farik is one of the co-authors. She's from Singapore. The other day, she shared with me, her friends from UK, from Singapore, they've already started ordering the books. Plus, she's already got speaking assignment So imagine, she's also first time author. And imagine what a book can do. A book can do wonders in your life. And that's what I had, I had a discussion with Anna a long time back. I said, Anna, why do you actually want to volunteer? Once we do a co-team, we always ask why. Why you want to be volunteering for a book? Anna said very beautifully. And I said, even if I was not even an author in a particular book, I would still do the volunteering. The reason is, it is the greatest service to the humanity, because people die with their stories, taking their stories to the grave. A story which could have transformed the entire, could have transformed people, maybe could have helped someone not committing a suicide, or not coming out of a bad relationship. So these stories must be told, and they need to be printed, and they need to be put in well. And that's what Anna does. And that's with everyone. Everyone has got a why to be part of volunteering, because all these books have been part of the volunteering process which we do as tribe members.
That's extraordinary.
The book tells that the extra part is in the ordinary. So when the ordinary is heard, it becomes that extra, and people can take that and feel good about themselves. So definitely.
Yes,
If we have a minute, can I share something more about the kind of commitment a core team members has? Sargun was hospitalized during this book, and she was in the ICU, right? And look at the commitment she had. She was messaging that we had to take some recommendation someone, and she was coordinating, and right from her ICU bed, she was messaging, feeling bad that I will not be able to do that. Can you take it up, or can you schedule a meeting? Look at the kind of commitment the team has. So salute to you, Sargun, for being who you are and standing for the core team. And it's with everyone. Deepika, a lot of tight schedule for her, but she still manages, and finds time. Anna, Dr. Anita, Nisha, everyone have been a very inspiring and working woman. They've been running their successful business, but they really find time. And the best part is the time zone difference between India, Singapore, and Australia. And we still, manage to do a Zoom call together, meet together and discuss together. So
thanks to the virtual world. And Asootosh Kkant being the leader, I know without him, nothing was possible at all, because he has been keeping everyone together, right? And he gives that open space, that freedom to be yourself. And probably that's the thing that brings the brighter side to us, and then to people, and then whatever we are trying to achieve. And I'm sure everyone's lucky to be together, and this community is like a state. Whenever we are together, we're in a state of a high, a state of happiness, a state of love. So we are contributing and massively increasing this journey ahead. Yay, hearts!
That's beautiful. Spreading the love.
The books are, please. All the core team members, if you have the books.
Yes. I don't actually have my book yet, but no doubt it's on its way.
It's on the way always. Yes, it's on the way.
There it is. It's on the way. I can't wait to receive it. And we do have in the comments now, we've popped in there the Zoom link if you'd like to join us in about half an hour's time. We will be hopping off here very shortly. I've got my magic wand too, Anna, just to represent the sparkle that you've added to the book.
Thank you.
That's Anna's sparkle that went in the book. And to all the core team members, congratulations. What an amazing effort and collaboration across Australia, Singapore, India to put this book out. And, as you say, when people die, it's like a library dies with them. And for a lot of people, they say, I want to do a book. I want to do a book. But doing a chapter in a book is an amazing legacy, and it's a bite-sized chunk, right? It's an easy way that people can get into a book without actually doing the whole book, and they can share their story with a bite-sized chunk. So everyone in their chapters has put their best content in their chapters, which makes every chapter brilliant to read. This is about my 10th compilation book that I'm in now, which I love compilation books. I love the fact that we can just keep sharing the love. There's quite a few others. Actually, this one I came out in last year, Empowering Stories from Female Leaders Who Said Why Not. I've got a chapter in that one. I've got one in Elevate Your Mindset. I've got quite a few, actually. That's that one there.
Well, I have a confession to make. Aldwyn.
Yes.
I wasn't wasn't sure about my story to be republished again, and then I read your brief that came in, and that inspired me to really believe that yes, I can voice it out and I can come up with my story again and share it with the world. So thanks to you, lady. Your story is inspiring, and I really, really encourage people to go through that and look at the kind of work she's doing. Yeah, and whatever she's doing now is coming from her story, and that makes her who she is. And that was very inspiring for me to share mine. So thank you.
Oh,
So,
thank you,
inspirational. So, like I said, it's inspiration everywhere. So stories inspire. And Alwyn, we're really honored to have you along with us in the book. Thank you for agreeing to be co-authoring the book. And I always say one thing: books are the only way you can become immortal. Books are the only way you can become immortal. Even after you've long gone, someone might pick your books somewhere, wipe up the dust, read a story, get inspired, and change his life.
Absolutely.
So
And it's phenomenal. Some of the chapter books that I've had out, I get sometimes emails and messages on LinkedIn and different places where people said, years after the book has come out, they read the chapter, they've been inspired, and they reach out and they contact me and let me know. It's just such a beautiful thing. And that's the thing. If you only inspire one person with your story, then it's worth putting that out, even if it's just for your family, for those closest to you. The ripple effect of sharing your story is extraordinary and can make all the world of difference, can save lives, can inspire people to be more extraordinary. We're already extraordinary, but actually to step into that extraordinariness and actually shine bright and really, reflect and share the amazingness that is you. So congratulations to the team. We do need to wrap up because we've got the live event, the actual live official launch happening very soon. So pop on that link. Any other final words from anyone before we wrap up on this call here?
So I think Undefeated stands for the women. It's dedicated. It's a women spirit. It's a women inspiration. It's all the women in our lives. Without women, the men would have never been there, isn't it?
That's right. And without men, women wouldn't be there.
Oh yeah, the vice versa. But then it's the women power. I believe in the women power, and so for me, it's I think and being part of the core team where we have 5 powerful women, they're giving me that space. I think that's it's a really big honor for me. Thank you so much.
Yes, wonderful, Asootosh. Thank you so much. Any final words, Sargun and Anna?
I think it's important to note that everybody has a story, and that it doesn't matter how little the story is, it should be told, or how big the story is, it should be told.
Yes, beautifully said, Anna. And Sargun, any final words?
Yeah, I think you should own yourself. So whatever your story is, it makes you or breaks you. So just own it and be yourself. Thank you for inviting us, Alwyn, here. It was lovely.
Yes,
beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on. Here's to Celebrating Life, Celebrating Undefeated, to be officially launched in about 25 minutes' time. Come and join us at the Zoom link. We'll see you over there soon for Undefeated official global launch happening very soon. See you there soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Thank you.